Hello YouTube, this is the D.B.T Gaming Show, episode 97. Now, besides from playing video games all the time, I also like drawing. I love to draw pictures of video game characters and other stuff I think of in my head. Now, earlier on this year, I was looking for the game shop, and I found this. A video game called Drawn to Life for the Nintendo DS. Well, I thought, this sounds pretty cool. Let's give it a try. So, I'll tell you what I think of it. Okay, let's start our DS. Whoops. And begin. Sorry, I just lost the camera there for a minute. Stupid stand lost grip. Anyway, back to the review. Now, Drawn to Life. The story for Drawn to Life, from what I can remember, it basically goes like this. A long time ago, this man called the creator drew some pictures in a book and created his own world. But then, the creator suddenly disappeared. And a big darkness started to cover the Drawn to Life world. And the creator wouldn't come back to save him, so the Drawn to Life people found a way to contact other people so that they could rescue them. And the person they contacted is obviously the player. And the player draws a hero to save the poor Drawn to Life people. So the story's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. Let's go to the actual game itself. Okay, I'm going to load up my file here. There we go. On the top screen, I'll show you a map, and your money, and some more stuff. On the bottom screen, it shows your actual character. Now, actually, one of the characters that I've drawn, this is my hero, called David. I just drew it to look like me, because I couldn't think of anything else. I'm alright at drawing, but with the S's tools out. There you go, but the drawing works quite well. Anyway, let's look at the graphics here. We're having this game, they're very cartoony, and I like the look. It looks very nice. It looks kind of like our comic book. Okay, let's have the controls of this game. The controls of this game, they're okay. Now you just find a level, and I'll show you some controls. Okay, now I've found a level. I'm in the second world of the game. It's called Twilight Wood. Now, in the overworld, which I showed you earlier, the controls are just basically move around and hold B to run and press A to talk to people. But when you're in the main element of the game, which is the platforming feature, the controls get a little bit more complicated. The D-pad still moves you around. Press A to jump. You press B to fire your weapons. If I press the X button, you can execute certain special moves. Example, A and X, use the spin attack in the air. You can ram if you buy the move. You just press forward and X, you can charge and everything. Kill them. So yeah, the controls work great. Now there is one aspect of the controls that is slightly flawed. Throughout the game, it's to draw power-ups for yourself. Now, one of the power-ups that you draw is a pair of wings. Now, my wings, I thought, I don't want wings, I'll draw a jetpack. Because I wanted my character to have futuristic moves, so let's look at my jetpack. There we go. Press the A button while you're in the air, you can flap your wings or use your jetpack. If you hold the A button down, you can hover for a while. Now, the only problem with this wings or jetpack, whatever you want to call it, whatever you've drawn, is that sometimes you come to a certain point in certain levels where you can't jump high enough to reach the next goal. Now, according to the internet, when I checked on this, because I thought I was doing something wrong, you have to use your wings or jetpack in that area. But it can be a bit difficult to use the jetpack or the wings, whatever you want to call it. That's the only grab at the controls. Other than that, all the controls work pretty well. Now let's look at the gameplay. The gameplay of this game is an adventure platformer, /RPG sort of game. The platform bit is where you're going through levels, and the RPG bit is where you're in the village talking to random people and doing certain jobs for them. We just exit the level, I'll show you something else. I have to say the gameplay is pretty good. The level part anyway. The bit where you work in the village can get a little bit boring and a little bit confusing. But I'll cover that in the bad stuff. Now, let's go to the music. Well, the music in this game is very good. It's very happy, it's very cheerful, and the music does fit the game very well. There's also another surprising thing about this game. When you when you beat the game, when you're watching the credits, a lady comes on and actually sings a song at the end of the credits. So there's actually some songs in this game, and a little bit of voice acting as well. So the music's pretty good. Let's go to the good stuff about this game. The good stuff about this game, well, the first good thing I can think of quite easily is the drawing idea. The drawing idea of this game is one of the best ideas that uses the touchscreen. It's it's a really good idea. Pick the more game like this out of the DS. Okay, I'm gonna now the heroes I've drawn. I got one that Zach made, and I got one that I made. Other drawings that you can draw. You got your special things like your snowball blaster. That's one of your guns. Your acorn blaster, which is a newer gun. You got your star shooter, which is a newer gun. Your sword. Yes, you have a sword in this game. It's only used in the last world, but it's a quite used weapon. My sword, I drew it very close like a traffic lights. Don't know why I just did. Got your wings, your flippers for when you want to swim around in the ocean. You always get to draw things in the actual village, like a sun. Mine's got a happy face and sunglasses for some reason. My sun's extra cool. There you draw cakes. Loads of stuff. Also, while you're playing blue levels, you may have to draw certain items to help you get through. Example, you have to draw a spring, so you can get to a higher area. But you can only draw these items when you find a pit, when you find an easel in the level. Find the easel, touch the easel, and then you can draw the thing to help you. And you're going to this game are the bosses now. Unfortunately, I can't show you a boss because I've already beaten the game, but the bosses themselves, they are very good, and most of them are a really good challenge, especially the last two bosses. The last two bosses can be a real bitch to beat. Giant scorpion, and all you've got is a sword. So that's a really hard boss. Sorry about that. A bit of a cough. And look at the best game, all the weapons you get to draw. Like your sword, your guns and all that sort of stuff. And a little bit of this game is also the shop. The shop is really good. You can buy certain items and certain weapons from it. You can also buy more colours so you can draw your character different colours. That's all the good stuff I can think of. So let's go to the bad stuff. Okay, now the bad stuff about drawing to life. Well, it's very little to pick fault with, apart from the wing controls, of course. The wing controls were my very first complaint, and that was very annoying. Now, my second complaint about this game is the village gameplay. The village gameplay is very boring and very frustrating. Basically, when you're in the village, you have to talk to people to find out how to get to new levels, and it's really boring and really frustrating. Sometimes you have to talk to several people at once. And I really hate that part of the game. But other than that, the game is pretty good. Let's rate Drawn to Life. I give it a 3 out of 5. It's a pretty good game. And if you like drawing things, it's definitely well worth buying. So it's a 3 out of 5. My next review will be a Game Gear game. Sega's 4-in-1. Until then, bye.